It's your girl, it's your girl, it's your girl, it's your girl. What's up? Listen, today I'm going to be showing you how to stir fry cabbage. So come on in, join me in the kitchen. Okay, here are the ingredients that you'll need for your fried cabbage. Of course, the star of the show is the cabbage. You can get any size you want. I have the earth balanced butter. I have 3 different color peppers just to put some color to our cabbage. My, of course, everyday seasoning, only sold at Trader Joe's. I have the light cooking olive oil because I don't really like the thicker olive oil, so I use the light cooking olive oil. I have a red purple onion. I also have the pink salt and garlic powder. This has got to be the easiest way to make stirred fried cabbage. I'm going to cook it in a wok, so I'm going to come back and show you just how to put all this together. Now I'm going to show you how to put your cabbage together. I cut up my cabbage and I washed it. I cut up the peppers and the onions. Diced it. Isn't that cute? I love all those different colors for cabbage. I'm going to put some of the olive oil in the pan, in the wok. I like to make my cabbage in a wok simply because it gives you more room. So my wok is already heating up. I have it on high. I'm just going to swish that around and around to kind of just get it on the edges of the wok. You don't have to do this, but it's just fun. Just make sure your wok is well oiled so that if your cabbage is up there, see how nice that's looking? It's nice and warm. I'm going to turn it down a little. But what I'm going to do first, though, is kind of cook my onions a little bit first. I'm not really sure how many I want in there, so I'll start with those. Kind of hear that cooking up, right? Woo! I love stirred fried cabbage. You can do this in a regular pan. I'm just doing it in a wok because it gives me more room to move my cabbage around. So this is your onions. I'm just going to let this cook for a minute. I might just go ahead and add my peppers. Man, it's smelling good already, and all I did was put the onions in the wok. I'm going to turn it down to medium high to just kind of let those cook for a minute. Here are my peppers. I'm going to put my green, yellow, red peppers in here. I just kind of diced them up. You can actually dice these up or cut them up the way you want. I have a little dicer, so mine just come out really even. But with cabbage, I don't mind my onions being a little bigger because they kind of get lost in the cabbage. So I'm just going to let that cook up a little. Isn't that looking good already? My goodness, I love cabbage. Make sure you share this video with your family and friends so that they can enjoy this too. So the onions are smelling good, the peppers are smelling good. Now I'm going to add some of my cabbage. See that cabbage right there? I just cut it up and I washed it. So I'm going to add my cabbage to the wok. Probably won't end up cooking all of this. And this is only half of that cabbage I showed you. This is only half of it. So kind of mix all this up together. It's called stir-fried cabbage. I might just cook all of this. So I'm just going to put the rest of the cabbage in here. Yes, isn't that looking good? And it really doesn't take that long to cook cabbage. I'm not going to season it yet until it cooks down a little. So I'm going to let this cook. Kind of put the top on it for a minute. Look how good that's looking. The different color peppers kind of gives it, I'm going to turn it back on high. The different color peppers kind of just gives it some color. Maybe I'll add just a little bit of the seasoning. Of course, you guys, if you follow me, you know I would use everyday seasoning pretty much on everything. But it's better to only put a little bit of seasoning until it cooks down so that you'll know how much seasoning you really need. So I'm just going to put a little bit of my everyday seasoning on here. And then I'm also going to put a little bit of the pink salt on here because I just kind of like to watch my sodium intake. And come on, let's just go ahead and put a little bit of the garlic on here also. Garlic just gives your food that taste that be like, oh, that's some good stuff right there. So come on, I'm going to stir the seasoning up in here. I turned the wok back on high. See how the wok, you just have a lot of room to move your food around. You can do this in a pot, you can do it in a frying pan. I have done it in both, but I just like the wok simply because it gives me more movable room. I'm gonna put some more peppers in here. I don't see enough color. There we go. Let's put all that in there. Holla back, woo woo. See, I like the color. I don't like my cabbage to look white. So I'm going to just let this cook down for a minute. Let that cook down. Oh, I need to add a little bit of my butter, the Earth Balance butter. It's vegan butter. That's why I use it. So I'm going to put a dash of that in there. Woo, and let this kind of cook down for a minute. Put the top on it and let it cook. Just wanted to come on and show you how easy it is to cook stirred fried cabbage and how good it is. OMG. Let's see what it's doing now. I have it on high so that it can continue to cook. Just stir this butter up in here. And the butter just gives it a different, another level of flavor. So I'm going to let this cook down some and I'll come back and show you how the cabbage will cook down, because you know what, cabbage almost cooks down to half the, like you see how much cabbage I put in here? By the time it cooks down, it'll be half the amount that I actually put in there. Doesn't that look good? Y'all know that look good. Stirred fried cabbage. Easy peasy. If you're getting off work and you just want something quick and easy, cabbage is the way to go. It doesn't take that long. All I did, I cut my cabbage in half. I cut it up and then I washed it, and then I did cut my peppers, put it in my dicer actually, diced up my peppers and sliced up my onions, and voila! You have cabbage, y'all. It's so simple. Look how good that's cooking up. OMG. Like, just let it kind of steam. I didn't add any water to it, but look at the liquid. Do you see that liquid at the bottom? See the liquid? So you don't really need water in your cabbage because it takes out the, to me it takes out the taste of the cabbage. Like, then it starts tasting like ABC nothing. And who wants cabbage that tastes like nothing? So I'm just going to let this cook down a little bit and I'll come back and show it to you. I'll show you after the cabbage has been cooking for a while what it's looking like now. Isn't that looking really good? A lot of the broth has cooked down. The cabbage is looking really, really good. It's looking more like fried, stir-fried cabbage. The peppers are kind of cooked right into it, and you barely even see the onions. So if you have someone that say, oh, I don't like onions, well, they'll really never know that they were in there. Look how good that's looking. So this is your stirred fried cabbage. Easy peasy way to make stirred fried cabbage. Your family and friends will love it. I'm going to plate some of it up so you can get a better look at how good this cabbage is looking. Look at there. OMG. Woo! Makes you want to stop and eat it right now. I turned the wok down to medium, but that cabbage is looking divine. Like, yes. Let's put all this in here so I can kind of show you. And this was a half a cabbage. It made a lot. So here's your cabbage. Make sure you share your cabbage with your family and friends. Make sure you share this video to show the rest of your family and friends how to cook healthy meals. And remember, health is wealth. So take care of yourself. Make sure you're cooking healthy meals. I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy. Bye-bye.